Hi parents, here's our pro tip video number 5. In our previous video, you heard Miss Catherine talk about how we can support student processing over focusing on a finished product. And today I'm going to walk you through how to use some resources that we are providing so that you can support your child through the daily must-do activities that the teacher sends. And so this is important because we know all students and all learners are different. They have different learning styles, preferences, and levels of ability. And so we are trying to make sure that we're providing resources so that you can differentiate what the teacher sends to meet what your child needs. So my name is Miss Victoria, and I'm one of the elementary school learning support specialists. Today, we're going to do 4 things. First, I'm going to give you a quick overview of what is differentiation. Then we're going to look at what resources we're providing so that you can differentiate the activities for your child, where to find these resources, and how to use them. I'm also going to walk you through an example on how I recommend that you use your resources, our resources. So what is differentiation? Differentiation means that we tailor instruction to meet what each individual learner needs. As I said recently, all learners are different, and that's okay. And so teachers try to make sure that we are giving instruction in a way to reach the most amount on all learners, really. And so we can differentiate in 3 ways. We differentiate how we present the content or what the lesson is about, how we're presenting the information. So we can do it through a video or by reading a book or by looking at visuals, right? How do we provide new information? Then we also differentiate the process or how we're expecting the child to work through and think through the activity. So that's where we're looking at child engagement and independence while they're doing an activity. And then we look at how we differentiate the product or how the child can show us what he or she has learned. Right now in our online platforms, our students are showing their learning through Seesaw and through Google Classroom. And again, we're taking into consideration child readiness or their current skill level, their interest or what motivates them, and their learning profile or their cognitive abilities and their strengths. And so to support differentiation, we are providing you with some resources. We have these tables that are called our differentiation documents. And I'm going to walk you through how to break these down and all of the resources that we're providing in there so that you can support your child. So these resources are in our elementary site for learning. You can go to the grade level page, your child's grade level, and then you can go on the tab for learning support. I'm going to go show you how to do that in a second. But first, let's talk a little bit and break down this table so that we understand how to read it. So here, this is a screen grab of one of the columns on the table I just showed you. And you can see at the top, I have the subject area, which is math, and then the type of activity that we're working through, which is place value. So we have an objective with that activity, and then we have these 3 labels: review, to help you do your work, and for additional practice. So all of the resources under review, those are resources that you can use to represent the content or the lesson to your child. So say the teacher showed a video to present the activity. There you can find some other videos and maybe a PowerPoint or some other visuals to represent or review the lesson. Then we have this one that says to help you do your work. This is if you see that your child is really struggling through the process, that you're having to jump in a lot and provide a lot of help, then you might look into these resources to see how you can give these or teach these to your child so that they can work through the activity. So here's where we're looking at processing and helping the students process the information and come out with a finished product, which is the activity that the teachers asked for. So what types of resources you're going to find there? You're going to see some graphic organizer, some activity checklists, level books, visuals, posters, different types of paper with bigger lines to help our students do their work. And then down here, we have resources for additional practice or optional activities. If you feel like your child didn't quite get the lesson or you think that they need more practice, you can go to these games, worksheets, songs, and your child can practice a little bit more and rehearse what they just learned. So let's use an example from the the first grade differentiation document. In that document, I differentiated this activity. A math activity focusing on 1 more, 1 less, 10 more, 10 less. So as you can see here, the teachers presented the students with a 10-minute video and a template for the students to work through some math, showing 10 more, 10 less, 1 more, 1 less. It's down here. There. This is the activity. All right. So now I'm going to show you what we did to differentiate. Here I'm on the grade levels, I'm on the elementary site for online learning. So I go to the grade level pages, go to grade 1. And in the grade level page, I scroll down and I click here, grade 1 learning support. This is where you will find the grade level differentiation document. And then I'm going to look at the subjects at the top. So here, this is the week. This is from last week. And I'm going to go to math, and the activity is on place value. And so here, if the student did not quite get the information, we have 2 videos on 10 more, 10 less, 1 more, 1 less to reteach what the teacher showed, and a PowerPoint with basically tons of practice and tons of visuals to show again the lessons that the teacher sent. Then, if you see your child is struggling to complete the template I just showed, we can look at these resources to help you do your work. Here, we have some visuals, a hundreds chart showing 1 more, 1 less. Here, we have another hundreds chart with 10 more, 10 less. Here's a printable hundreds chart you can print out, and your child can use this to mark the numbers where they are and look at what's 1 more, 1 less, 10 more, 10 less. And then this is a website with interactive base 10 blocks. Your child can literally move the rods and the units and use that to work through some of the problems. Here. So there, that's 10. And we can talk about groups of 10, groups of 1, represent the numbers using these, right? All right, and then for additional practice, we have this interactive hundreds chart. Your child didn't quite get the lesson. We can say, all right, step on 36. What's 10 more than 36? 26. All right, and what's 10 less? 46. And then you can do the same. What's 1 less? 35, and 1 more, 37. And you can do that with any number. Then we have a base 10 blocks game that opens up to a really nice PDF with a lot of information where they can uncover the number. And here we have a tens and ones game. And that is it. That's how we use our grade level differentiation documents. Those documents are live, so we update them as we become aware of the activities that the teacher sent. And we hope that you find those useful to help your child and teach your child through the daily activities while we continue to learn online. So if you have any questions, or if you have any feedback about this video or about the actual documents, feel free to email me at vds@isp.edu.pa. Thank you for watching.